Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 185.
Happy 4th of July. We are so excited this morning because we are heading to Epcot today to celebrate the 4th of July. We were in Magic Kingdom yesterday. We were there very late. So we did sleep in here at the Contemporary before getting ready for the day, making sure we have all of our gear, making sure it's all charged, having those cooling towels, everything we need for a park day before we headed over to Epcot. Now there were lines all day long for everything, including the monorail. So we did have to wait. It took us a little while to get to the park, but we finally made it. We walked around inside Epcot for a while just to see if there was anything we wanted to do, anything special going on. But there were lines for every single ride, and we've ridden everything at this point, so we're just enjoying the atmosphere, just walking around. It is incredibly hot today as well, so we did decide to go up to the DVC lounge just to cool off there for a bit. They were passing out snacks, we get some drinks, so we hung out there for a bit before we decided to head to dinner.
We headed over towards America because where else are you going to eat on the 4th of July? We went to the Liberty Inn, which is now the Regal Eagle Smokehouse, and they had a special menu item for today only. It was spare ribs, and I thought, you know what, barbecue ribs sounds incredibly patriotic and American, so I had to order that and try those. Absolutely loved them. I mean, they're not Polite Pig, I gotta say. Like, Polite Pig knows how to do barbecue, but they were pretty darn good.
I stuck with a simple chicken sandwich with bacon. That just sounded really good to me, and my sister got chicken nuggets. But we did have to get the dessert. It was apple pie cheesecake. I mean, again, it's July 4th. We're in America in Epcot. We have to do it. So, of course, we got that. It was very good, very light.
Yeah, I was impressed. I mean, as American as apple pie is, you don't think apple pie cheesecake, but it was pretty good. Once we were done eating our dinner there, we decided to head across the street to the America Gardens Theater because we wanted to hear the special 4th of July Voices of Liberty concert that they did. Oh my goodness, they are always so impressive when you hear them sing, but today was extra special. Phenomenal performance. They even had appearances by some of our favorite characters wearing their patriotic garb. So it was such a cool show. We really enjoyed the entire thing. And of course, we filmed the entire show as well. And we have posted it up on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, there's a link down in the description. I absolutely loved this show so much. And I really hope that they bring it back for future 4th of July celebrations because it's totally worth going to see.
It was an incredible performance. Of course, they are so talented. And then to have some special characters come out, it was all around just amazing. We loved it. After the show, we did start going through the countries to figure out where we wanted to sit to watch the special fireworks tonight, and people were already lining up everywhere. So we're like, okay, we don't want to be too squished. People are already out here, so let's keep going. We ended up going past Mexico, and there was kind of like a little bitty spot where no one was. And we're like, we fit right here. We can put our tripod up. We won't be in anyone's way, because that's always a concern as well. We don't want to bother anyone else. And so we had a really nice location. It was actually really cool because there's like a tree there. So we ended up getting some really amazing pictures. We stood there for an hour before the fireworks, which actually isn't that long when you consider how long we waited other times for fireworks. So that was pretty good. A friend of ours actually texted us because he saw I was posting on Instagram. He was like, hey, I'm in the park too. Can I come join you? I'm like, yeah, come on. So he hung out with us. We talked. We had a great time waiting for the fireworks to finally begin. And for the fireworks, they do illuminations first and then do a little tag at the end. I say little, that is a complete and total understatement. They blow everything up they possibly can, which is truly impressive. I mean, you expect it in Magic Kingdom, there's fireworks all around you, but they have one location to shoot the fireworks off right there in the middle of the lake, and they just kept blowing things up. It blew us away. It was amazing. No pun intended.
I mean, it is the 4th of July. We are celebrating in an American way. And what's more American than blowing up a ridiculous amount of fireworks? So I was really impressed with this one. I think I definitely enjoyed Magic Kingdom's a little bit more just because of the work that went into it. It's so choreographed to the music and it's 360 all the way around you. It's kind of hard to beat the experience of 4th of July fireworks in Magic Kingdom. But if you're looking for a little bit of a less crowded experience, the illuminations plus the little American tag at the very end was super impressive and I really enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see the entire show, we also filmed that. So it is also linked down in the description if you want to go and watch that video. From there, we started kind of following the mass exodus from the park as everyone started leaving. Even though they had extra magic hours open, we decided to go ahead and leave because we have somewhere else we need to be. On the way out, we saw Spaceship Earth actually had this really cool laser light projection, like throwback to when they first started doing illuminations. They had all the laser lights and stuff, and it said Happy Birthday America on it. It was a really cool thing to see as we were walking out, and we were working our way up to the monorail because we got to go back over to the Contemporary to go to our room. But we decided not to go back to our room. We're actually going to go to Magic Kingdom because they're open till midnight. So around 9:30 or so, we made it out of the park and got in line for the monorail, but so did basically everyone else. So the monorail line took quite a while to get through up the ramps onto the monorail, and then once we were finally on the monorail, we had to go to the TTC and wait for another monorail over to the Magic Kingdom. So by the time we finally got to the Magic Kingdom, it was almost 11:30, almost 2 full hours to get from outside Epcot to inside Magic Kingdom. Crowds are wonderful sometimes, especially on holidays, but we had good reason to be in Magic Kingdom. There's only 30 minutes left before the park closes, but we came here with a mission. We found out that on July 4th this year, they were doing a special in the Magic Kingdom from 9 p.m. to midnight. They were selling food at a discount, and we're not gonna miss our chance at that.
Definitely not. I mean, you don't get many discounts in Disney World anyway, but food is a necessity, and Disney food is even better. What they were doing is they were offering $2 snacks, anything from Mickey pretzels to corn dogs to slushies, and half off entrees at Pinocchio's Village House and Pecos Bills. We opted not to get the meals just because carrying them and everything, but we are going to get some snacks. So we headed over to the lunching pad and got our Mickey pretzel and the really cool Buzz Lightyear slushie that I can't drink, but my sister loves slushies. Robert loves slushies, so they can share it. We would never pay the normal price for it. However, $2 we're willing to pay. While we were over there taking pictures of our food, we heard the dance party going on, which is a lot of fun. Of course, it adds a lot of excitement. But that's not what drew our attention over there. What drew our attention was the song that was playing and all the guests, adults, children alike, doing the dance to the song, so we had to record it.
Everybody hands up, here we go. That is too slow. We gotta go faster.
After watching the dance party for a couple minutes, we had to keep going because the park is closing at midnight, and so are all the special deals. So we headed straight over to Gaston's Tavern because both the LeFou's Brew and the ridiculously oversized, delicious maple cinnamon rolls that they have are on sale for $2, and we're gonna get some of those.
Yep.
So we got to Gaston's Tavern, and the line was all the way back onto the bridge. And like, okay, so this is gonna be the last place we can go, but I really wanted to get some of the $2 corn dogs as well. So I left Alyssa and her sister in line for Gaston's Tavern, and I booked it over to Frontierland to the cart that sells corn dogs. Went over there, bought 3 corn dogs, and I was gonna, have one for me, one for her, one for her sister. Stopped on the way back and took a picture with the Liberty Bell to show how patriotic I am with all my corn dogs and overeating like an American should. And then made my way back to Gaston's Tavern where they were just getting through the line and coming out with the stuff that they had ordered. They got 2 LeFou's Brews, one for me, one for her sister, and 6 of the Gaston's cinnamon rolls that I was super excited about having for breakfast the next couple days.
This ended up being a way more interesting experience than we expected. When we got to the counter, we asked if we could get them to go, and she said, "I'm sorry, we don't have any to-go containers." I was like, "Really? I really thought you all did." She goes, "Oh, normally we do. We actually are out in the entire park." Because everyone was ordering extra snacks like Mickey pretzels and of course the cinnamon rolls to take home because they're $2, so they were ordering extra and taking them to go. So they had gone to every single booth and they had all been sharing the to-go containers, and they were no more in the entire park. They said they'd been radioing all night trying to get anything they could. So they gave us 6 cinnamon rolls, those really big ones, on little plates, and 2 LeFou's Brews, and we were somehow supposed to carry them out with the 2 of us I had no idea how that was gonna work. So we literally had to take these 4 cinnamon rolls and put them on top of each other upside down. And I was like, they're not cute anymore. And so we're like juggling them with a drink, and it was just the most ridiculous thing ever. Thankfully, we just had to make it outside of the tavern, and we set everything down on a table and said, okay, we're not moving until Robert gets back here, so we have 2 more hands to help us, because there is no way we're making it back to Contemporary tonight like this.
Now, on the way over to them, I had eaten one of the corn dogs because it was mine, and by the time I got there, they were both like, yeah, I don't want a corn dog. I'm just done. It's like, okay, so I ate the other 2 corn dogs while we stood there. I had my LeFou's brew. Figured if I didn't have to carry the corn dogs, I don't have to carry the LeFou's brew.
Yeah.
It saves on how much we have to fit in our hands. So I did the smart thing and just ate them all right there.
Naturally.
And once I was done, we figured out a way to kind of balance all the cinnamon rolls and the 1 LeFou's brew we had left. And we started working our way out of the park with basically everyone else who was there trying to leave the park. Thankfully, we're at Contemporary, so we can walk back to our room.
Because there were so many people leaving at this time, at this point, everything is pretty much done. So there were just tons of people leaving. We could head out with the crowd, we can walk back, but the castle just looks so pretty, and we only get to see it like this once a year. So we decided just to stop, and we kind of put all of our stuff together in one location, and Robert went around and took pictures of the castle and got the most gorgeous photos, reflection photos from the side, pictures from the front. I didn't even realize that they actually make the fountain red, white, and blue as well. And he comes back, he goes, look at this photo I got. I'm like, I didn't even see that. That's so awesome. So he just had a lot of fun taking pictures around the park of the castle from different angles, different locations, and we just kind of hung out, snacking on our cinnamon rolls while we're waiting.
Once I was finally done taking pictures, the crowd had thinned out a little bit. It still was completely crazy outside with the line for the monorail and everything. It was ridiculous, but we did not have to wait in those lines again because, like I said, we could walk back. So we walked back over to the Contemporary, got there way faster than taking the monorail, went up to our room and figured out a way to put those cinnamon rolls away so we could actually save them for the next couple days. And that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
For Our Year with the Ears.